What it really means when a woman hugs. Sue. Most men are blind to it. They feel a woman's arms wrap around them and think, oh, it's just a hug, a harmless, friendly embrace. But what if I told you it's never just a hug? Every touch, every second she lingers, every slight squeeziest all means something. Women don't do things randomly. And if you're oblivious to these subtle cues, you're playing checkers while she's playing 4D cesium James. And in this video are revealed 6 hidden psychological signals Ben a woman's hug. Things most men completely miss. And if you think this is just about attraction, think against a meat canes. A hug is a test. Sometimes it's a power move. Sometimes it's a silent mess to the world about who you are. To the Stoics knew that power of perception. They understood that most men drift through life blind to what's happening around them, reacting instead of mastering their reality. If you don't train yourself to read between the lines, see beyond the surface, you're at the mercy of forces you don't even recognize. And trust me, in today's world, ignorance at a price. So, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you won't look or to hug the same way again. Before we divine, take a moment to subscribe if you're ready to transform how you handle real relationships using the power of Stoicism. A silent test. Every video is a step toward mastering your mindset and building stronger, more meaningful connections, munches, testing your confidence, and you'd even realize it. When a woman hugs you, she's not just showing affection. She's scanning you like a predator sizing up its prey. This isn't just a warm embrace. It's a silent test, a way to go what kind of man you really are. Most guys are completely blind to this, thinking a hug is just a hug, but women, they operate on a different level. She wraps her arms around you. She's gathering intel. Like a secretin on a mission, she's analyzing your language, your energy, your response. You freeze up like a deer in schist, testing your confidence headlights. Do you give an awkward weak pat on her back like you're herring a baby, or do you hold your ground? Embrace her with ease like Eon who knows his worth. It's the same principle used in high AK social interactions. Think about a job interview. Ever had them casually offer you a glass of water? You might think it's just hospitality, but they are watching, seeing how you handle yourself, how steady your hands are, how composed you remain. It's amorous, just like her hug and tears. The brutal truth. A hesitant or reaction signals weakness. Women are wired to pick up on hesitation. A Kangkong who second-guesses himself, wagons up, or overthinks. Simple hut. That's a red flag in her subconscious. On other hand, a man who's comforting his own skin, who embraces the moment with natural confidence, emotional scan, immediately set himself apart. This is where the Stoic mindset comes in. A Stoic man doesn't react based on nerves or insecurity. He does no overthink or look for validation. In-house responds. He simply is present, rounded, certain in himself the moment to start seeking approval in something as small as a hug. You've already lost taking mental notes. And whether you realize it or not, that hug has already told her more about you than words ever could. Cautious checking your emotional lovelify without you even realizing. This is where things take a deeper turn. A hug isn't just about physical contact, it's an emotional scan. A silent to measure what kind of man you are. Beneath the surface, women are masters at sensing energy, and in those few seconds, soft contact, she's feeling you out in ways most men never even consider. Think of it like knocking on a wall to see if it's solid or hollow. When she wraps her arms around you, she's not just embracing you, she's testing you. Are you emotionally grounded, or is there an Empty sebaceous surface? Do you exude warmth and presence, or does your energy feel cold and distant? Are you fully in tamament, or does your body feel there while your mind is somewhere else? Does a hug carry a sense of strength and control, or does it feel has a tetrama? She can tell women have an almost supernatural amour ability to read between felines, to feel out what words can expressing. A matter of seconds she's picking upon details you might not even realize are giving away. Your posture, your grip, the way breathing shifts, every micro detail feeds into her assessment of you. And here's the brutal truth. If you'll feel empty, distracted, or emotional, like list off, she will sense it. Instantly, she's checking your emotional availability. Most men think they can mask their insecurities with fake confidence. But a woman's intuition sees through the act. If you're carrying emotional baggage, if your mind is cluttered with stress, or if you've lost talc with your masculine core, your body language will betray you. This is where a Stoicism separates the strong from folky. A Stoic man doesn't let his emotions control him, but that doesn't mean he's emotionally unavailable. On the contrary, he is centered, present, and fully in control of himself. He is desperate for connection, nor is he laid off. He is simply grounded. He exists in the moment, not lost in theist or anxious about the future. When he hugs, it's not out of neediness, our obligation. It's because he chooses tone gauge, and women feel that they respect it. They are drawn to it at the end. A feather hug is more than just a simple gesture. It's a silent conversation, and deaf, you don't know what you're recommunicating. You're already at AIS advantage. 3. She's setting the stage for a physical connection on her terms. This, on her terms, is a big one, and most guys completely overlook it. When a woman initiates a hug, she's not just being friendly. She's not just greeting you. She's taking control of the physical dinar between you. Think of it like hosting a party. She's inviting you into her space, but on her terms, she's the one setting the rules, dictating the flow, and deciding how much or how little happens. Her subtle way of saying, I'm okay with being close to you, but make no mistake, I decide how this plays out. It's the same concept as when someone lets you into their home. They may trust you step inside, but they still control the environment. When you sit, where you go, how long you stay, that hug gets her creating a frame of control of her physical connection. But hair swear most men screw up. They don't recognize the unspoken boundaries they either hold on to, long signaling desperation, or ovary eagerness, awkward lily too soon showing unsend. A lack of confidence, misread them entirely. Either freezing up or becoming overly aggressive. Every little action you take in that brief moment tells her something about you. How you handle physical closeness. Aware of social dynamics, and most importantly, whether you're a man who naturally leads or one who blindly, she's setting the stage for physical connection. Follows a weak man, lets them dictate his response. He thinks, second guesses himself, or tries to read her reaction. Instead, fobbing, grounded in his own presence. A Stoic man, on the other hand, doesn't seek validation through physical contact. He doesn't need it. He remains composed and phased, and entirely comfortable in his own skin. He respects her space, but he doesn't feel the urge to submit to her frame. Instead, he meets her energy with quiet confidence, maintaining the perfect balance between tennis control and trust me. Women notice that they might not be able to explain it, but they feel it at the end of feed. This isn't just about a hug, it's a power, it's a dynamic, a subtle but Critical where she's evaluating exactly what kind of man you are, centered and aware, or are you led by whatever frame she sets. You can learn a lot from how a woman hugs you, but more importantly, she's learning a lot of by too. Hey, I want to hear from you. I'll ask you, have you ever felt a hug from a woman and just knew it meant something more? Maybe it was that electro connection, or maybe it left you wondering what was really going on in her mind. Drop a comment below and tell me your thoughts on this. Do you think things way a woman hugs you says something about her feelings or intentions, and if you are feeling bold? Write this in your comment. I felt the energy. Let me know if you've ever experienced that shift. Fitment of connection through some things simple as a hug. I'll be responding to some of your comments, so don't be shy. Let's dive into this conversation. Forces. Sensing your physical chemistry. Be brutally honest here. When a woman hugs you, she's not just being nice. She is feeling you out in ways you might not even realize. This is raw biologic chemistry test, but one that has nothing to do with beers and formula sets, all about whether you feel right to her on a visceral level. Think about it like cooking. You're preparing a dish and at some point you take a small taste. You didn't just blindly follow the recipe. Use your senses to check if the flavors blend together perfectly. That quick cipher bite is the moment of truth. It working, or does something feel off? The physical chemistry. Same happens during a hug. Do your bodies naturally align? Does it feel comfortable, like two pieces of a puzzle locking into place, or does it feel stiff, like you're trying to force something fat doesn't fit? Does your scent a pile to how, or does it repel? Hershey. Sensing your physical chemistry. You might not even know it, but the subtle smells you exude can play a huge role in attraction. Is there warmth in the touch? A hug that's electric and alive, full of chemistry? Or does it feel like your rage is going through the motions, like hugging a lamp post with no spark, no connection? Women are highly attuned toner G, and in a split second her body is processing all of this like a supercomputer in the background, scanning, vaulting, analyzing. The physical AL chemistry is felt, not thought about out. She might not even consciously realize is doing it, but trust me, her bod knows. Here's where things get real. I fear unsure of yourself. If you're nervous or awkward, she'll pick up on that. Your body is speaking even when your mouth stays silent. That stiffness, that hesitation, it speaks louder than non-words you could say. It tells here you're not comfortable in your own skin. Thought. You're still seeking approval, still unsure of your place in the world. Now contrast that with a man grounded in Stoic principles. He doesn't seek validation from the hug, from her toucher, from anyone. And his presence is steadfast and unshakable, like a rock. He doesn't need to impress how or read into them. He just is. And the difference is immediate. The chemistry is enforced. It's natural. His body and his energy are in perfect harmony. And she can feel fatten. A deeper, almost subconscious level. Member attraction isn't just a mental. It's physical. It's raw. It's pre-motions. Not just hugging you. Shishing. If there's something there that goes beyond just surface level attraction, and how you respond to her talk, too. That physical connection will determine the course of your potential connection. It's not all in your head. So many times, it's all about how you feel in the moment. How your energy aligns with the hug is her test, and your true self, not the version you're trying to sail, will determine if that spark ignites or if it dies out before it even had a chance. A stoic man, he doesn't chase, sending a silent message. Or force chemistry he doesn't need to. Manufacture attraction it is or ID. Assent and he's okay with that. Knowingly well that his worth doesn't depend in the outcome that confidence. That trashed yet self-assured presence. Ice exactly what makes him magnetic. Famishes sending a silent message to. Other sill right now we're getting into. The psychology of the situation when a woman hugs you in public. It's not just a mend of affection. It's a statement, a subtle but powerful signal to everyone watching. Think of it like a statue's update. A quiet declaration to the she. Sending a silent message to others. World Fat says this person is part of mine or circle. He's someone important in my life and want you to know it's where it gets deep. The hug itself. The fine print. That's where that true message is encoded and trust meshes not. Hugging you just to be niches sending a message to the operant. Without saying a word a quick as school. You will hug that's the signal offering. Ship it's neutral harmless like appetite. Handshake just enough to show YA on her radar but nothing more longer warmer. Embrace now we're talking this could mean there's something more ninth to. Surface it could be a deeper connection. Or it could be her way of saying this. Man is important to moo out actually. Voicing it out loud. It's kind of like when a cat rubs against your leg. It's not just being cute. It's marking its territory. She's letting the world know. Without speaking a word that you're someone special in her life. Whether she's consciously aware of it or not. Her body language is a declaration. And that's where us summon need to understand the power dynamics at play. This isn't just a booth hug itself. It's about how you carry yourself in that moment and how it fits into the bigger picture of your status in her world. If you're UN or clingy, the message gets lost. But if you stand strong, unshaken, and in control of the moment, the message is loud and clear. You belong from the store's perspective. This is where self-mastery comes in. A Stoic man doesn't need validation from the world around him. Seek approval or demand attention. The Stoic approach is about being content with who you are. Regard less of external validation. When thought hug comes, you don't need to read into it because you already know you're worth the outside world's judgment doesn't define you. You are grounded in yourself and that is what makes you potful. However, the key here isn't toner. The signal a Stoic man understands that life is full of signals. And just because he doesn't chase them doesn't mean he's blind to them. He reads the room but doesn't let affect his core when a woman hugs. Q is subtly defining your place in her world. And in that moment, your ability to stay calm, composed, and aware. Speak saloons about your true status in their world. Attraction isn't just about what you feel. It's about how the world perceives you and how you choose to show up that hug. It's a window into that. Very dynamic. Be aware of the message you're ascending and the message you're receiving. 6 shishas creating a moment. You'll both remember. Creating a moment. You'll both remember. Now let's dig deeper into something that's often overlooked. Both holds immense power. The hug isn't just a simple gesture. It's a time capsule. When a woman hugs you, she's doing more than just holding you. She's capturing a moment in time. Freezing. I tend the present so that it becomes something you'll both carry with you, whether you realize it or not. It's like taking a mental snapshot, but unlike any picture you've ever taken. Instead of capturing an image, she's sealing in a feeling, a rush of emotion and connection that I will echo in both your minds long after the moment has passed. You might not quote even notice it, but her brain eyes locking in every detail, every nuance of that embrace. Later on, she's going to play that hug In her mind, she'll reflect on it and ask herself questions like, did my heart race? Did she feel the spark? That rush of the adrenaline that comes with genuine chemistry? Was there a deep connection that went beyond physical touch? Did it feel natural? Waste moment. Effortless, like the two of you were meant to share it, or did it feel awkward? Like trying to force a missing that wasn't there? Did I want it to last longer, or was it just a quick school hug? This matters because a moment that she wants to prolong is a moment that holds significance. These physic lorries aren't just fleeting, they are powerful. They leave a mark, whether shed admits it or not. Just like the scent of fresh baked cookies isn't instantly take her back to a simpler time, a hug can serve as a trigger that brings her back to a key moment in how she feels. Moving forward. But here's the thing. As a man, you can't just rely on these moments to happen organically. In thread pill world, you know that nothing comes easy, and you sure as hell don't want for things to fall into your lore. Create your own moments. Moments that last, that matter, that she'll remember and associate with you. A woman doesn't just give her heart away through a hug. She decides who and when shares these pieces of herself with why control whether or not she wants to remember you in the same way you remember her. From a Stoic perspective, this is where self-awareness in it come into play. You didn't get wrapped up in the emotional fluctuations of the moment, but you understand that everything is a learning agony. When you're present in that hug, you're not thinking about how it makes you feel. You're focused on how you're making her feel. The Stoic man understands that he's not seeking eternal validation, but that doesn't mean he ignores the signals life throws at him. This hug, it's not a random act. It's a moment of intentional connection. Stoic mind doesn't crave these moments, but it embraces them when they come. The key is to recognize that every action, every word, every interaction carries weight. That hug, that split second of physical contact, is a powerful signal. And for you, it's not just about what you're feeling in that moment. It's about how you stay grounded. How? Use that moment to reinforce the man to be not just for her but for yourself. If you're the type of man who can take these moments and use them to strengthen your sense of self without letting them define you, you'll find that these time capsules will come with increasing far. And just like that snapshot, the memory of how she feels in your presence will stick with her for longer than you realize. The conclusion hug is more than just a huge. It's a test, a snapshot, and a key part of you position yourself in her mind, in her life. Make count now. Fade to got a deeper understanding of what a woman's hug can really mean. Let's take it a step further. If you found this insightful, you're going to want to check out the video popping upon your screen right now. 29 shocking psychologic facts about women. Trust mites packed with more psychological links that will make you see through art of women in a whole new light. So go ahead and click on that video. I'll see you over there. Oh, and don't forget, like this video and subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening topics like this. Thanks for watching.